Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Think we got it good. I am going to wait. What's advanced audio properties? Oh, I can add stuff. Ooh, good to know. Good to know. Maybe at some point I'll try messing with that. But until I feel comfortable, let's get it started. Hey everybody, it's Classy back again after a couple, well, let's just say it's been a while. I'm trying out a new audio setup. Let me know how you guys think. But anyway, I'm here to welcome you guys back to a brand new video, and this one is in direct response to Nintendo launching its online system. I'm sure everyone has their own thoughts and opinions on it and has been watching a lot of videos on it, or at least messing around with it if you got the free trial or if you paid for it. So right now we're gonna have some video of the Nintendo Direct that just happened like 2-3 weeks ago, and I hope you guys enjoy rewatching that, because I don't really have any gameplay recorded for you guys to watch, or at least it's on Twitch. So actually maybe I'll put my Twitch channel up. I don't know. I also have a Discord now. Some of you guys don't know that, but I do. Maybe I'll put the link in the description. I'm not sure who will actually show up. Anyway, for everyone and their mother who hasn't heard, Nintendo Online Systems aired or started last night. I think for me it hit about 11 p.m., 10 or 11 p.m. when the eShop reopened. And we got the online system that we've been hearing so much about. It includes NES games, being able to play online, even though we've been playing online for like 2 years now, or a year and a half. Wow, it hasn't been 2 years since the Switch came out. Feels like it's been out forever. I've certainly gotten too used to it. We also got some updates to the voice chat and some other nifty quality of life things. But I'm sure you guys aren't really here to hear me recap what we've already gotten and what Game Explain and a whole bunch of other people have been able to explain much better. You guys are here to hear my opinion on it. And to keep things short and sweet, for those of you who just want to be here for 3 minutes to see what I think, I say it's bull. The Nintendo Online System is not worth $20 a year as it is now. And I'm going to explain this in my way of thinking because it's a little different from what everyone else is saying. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. I haven't read on everyone else, but I would like to think that I have a slightly different opinion. But I could just not be that unique. Who knows? So, for $20 a year, we get to play online like we have been. We get currently 20 NES games, including Legend of Zelda, Super Mario Brothers. Okay. Someone just started a fire somewhere. Also, let me know how the audio sounds, because my air conditioner is currently on, and as you can see here, we got fire trucks and ambulances, and my window's open, but it's hot, so I don't really want to be hot if I can help it. But 20 NES games, including Legend of Zelda, Super Mario Brothers 3, ice hockey, tennis, ice climbers, stuff like that, which has been their main selling point because it's their replacement for their virtual console. And I just have to say, as their main concept, or as this whole system is. I just couldn't care less. And here's why. The NES has been out for decades, like 30 years at this point, I believe, or close to it, maybe 30 years next year. 30 years next year, I would say. So, the people who cared about those games have already played them. They've been out long enough, they've been re-released so many times. I can't even tell you how many different ways you can get Super Mario Brothers 3. You can get on the SNES, you can get on the Game Boy, you can get it on, I'm pretty sure they released it on the Wii Virtual Console. I know it's on the Wii U Virtual Console, and it was probably on the 3DS Virtual Console. So why in the world would they bundle it onto this for free when people have been paying $5.99 for the same game over and over and over again? We have the game. We played it when it came out, or we've been played it. I played it in daycare like 15 plus years, like 15 years ago, guys. It's not that hard to get a copy of this game, and Nintendo's bundling it like it's a treasure trove. Yes, it's a fun game. It's fun to play. It's interesting. You know, it's fun to play with 2-player. But it's not fun enough to play as your big seller for your online system that nobody wanted you to start. And I just have to say it right here, because I can already tell that right here it's going to sound banging on this panel. Like, I shouldn't have to shell out $20 to play an online game. I don't want you guys to do anything new. Nintendo asking me to pay money for anything. Like, no. I don't care that they're making us pay $20 to keep their servers up. Honestly, like, $20, it's not a big deal. I can pay $20 for a year-long subscription for something. Especially for something that I enjoy. But I don't like how they're packaging it. And I don't think it's worth the $20. The way that they're packaging it and advertising it and doing it is worth $20. Because these 20 NES games aren't worth $20. All of them together aren't $20. If they included 50 of them, they're not worth $20, because there's too many ways to get them for technically free now. If you've already played them, you have them. If you don't, there's so many emulators for them. If not, I'm sure you have friends who have them or grew up with them and they have a copy of it either originally or something at home. It's not worth it. Another part of their online system that they so wonderfully touted in their great features is being able to play online, which isn't if your online system and one of the grand 4 pillars of it is you being able to play online, you are doing something wrong. So wrong. I can't even understand why they would even advertise it like that. Like, come on. That alone made me want to say, no, you're not getting my money this time, Nintendo. Anyway, yes, playing online is not a great feature of your online system. It's the product. It's not a feature of the product. It's just what I'm buying. And you're gonna have to do something more than just say, oh, you can play online, to make someone pay $20 for it when you let them do it for a year and a half. Anyway, now I'm rambling. And yes, I know that the NES games have good online connection. I've tested it out with a couple people who are scattered all over. There hasn't been that much lag, at least after I've tried on the low latency testing. And I watched Game Explain do it, and I know they live very far away from each other. I haven't tried it with someone else in a different country, so I don't know how well that would work. But that's not the online focus that they should be testing. The reason that anyone would want to pay for your online service with your being able to play online as a feature is to get rid of the communication errors that are everywhere in your online games, Nintendo. Like, seriously, there are so many communication errors when I'm playing Splatoon 2. So dang many. It's crazy. And partly I know it's because my online isn't the world's strongest, because I can't afford the world's strongest internet, on a just out of college budget. But hey, my internet's not the worst. But what's making it so bad is your peer-to-peer system. And I have to say, I am not looking forward to playing an online game and paying $20 extra on top of the $60 for the game if I'm gonna have the same communication errors, which I did all day today. Now I know some people have said that their online has been better, like that there's better service, but I have to question if it's actually better servers, or since there are just less people playing, that if a lot of those people, less people playing because not everyone got the online service, if a lot of those people had the bad online to begin with, and actually nothing has been solved. So until I actually see some better results, or until I have clearly shown to myself that I'm one of those people with the bad online system that's screwing up the peer-to-peer, and it could be me. I don't know. I don't know enough about my own Wi-Fi or this peer-to-peer system to tell if it's me. I know sometimes it probably is when everyone at my house is gone, but I just can't believe it's me every time. I've had the same issue. Then once I got done with Splatoon 2, I tried Mario Kart. Had the same issues. Maybe it'll get better as time goes on, as they're slowly improving, as they're raking in that money. But as of now, it's not worth it. The only way that this online system is worth the $20 is if the online itself gets better, not if it stays the same. You cannot ask people to pay money for what they've already gotten for free if it's not going to get any better. I mean, you can, and people are going to pay for it. I mean, clearly they are, because there are still people playing Splatoon and Mario Kart and all the other online games. I mean, unless they're all on the free trial and avoiding paying for it. But who knows? I know a lot of my friends are just doing the free trial until just to get past the newest Splatfest, which fair, I guess. I mean, you want to get all those seashells while you can. And then, yeah, I don't have that much more to say about that actual online part of their features. Then you have your voice chat. And I have to say, I'm proud of Nintendo because they actually did something I wasn't expecting from them. We can voice chat with strangers. At least on Mario Kart, you can open your chat once you've joined. What was I on? I was on Worldwide. I don't know if it works for regional. And you can chat with people who are on the app in the room. It's actually pretty cool. I had a fun time with it. And I never expected Nintendo to let us talk to strangers. Like, ooh, don't you have children, Nintendo? Aren't children the one? Oh, here's the online service on the Direct. And notice it has 5 features, but I'm only counting 4 because special deals that you haven't even announced yet, you haven't told anyone about, that you're not even advertising, don't count as a feature. If you're not going to tell someone about it, it doesn't count. Like advertising. I would have advertised the heck out of, your voice chat letting you talk to strangers. And that would have been great. And now we just need voice chat in more games. Maybe even games that aren't first party. Like, let's get voice chat for Paladins. That would be fun. Or Arena of Valor once it comes out. Or, I don't know if Fortnite has it. I'd be surprised if they had it on that and not another one. What's another online? Parchment? Something Parchment? That wizard game where you're trying to get 9 different parchments across different worlds. That was fun. Do we have voice chat for that? I know that's an indie game. And then the last part is cloud save data. And I don't have a problem with cloud save data. If this is a good part of the features that I don't have any issue paying less or being added onto the list. The only issue I have with it is that if your subscription ends, then your data disappears. And I don't think that's fair necessarily. It'd be nice if they kept it for a certain amount of time, whether it's a month, 3 months, who knows. They make it sound like as soon as your subscription's over, they dump it immediately. And if it comes out that they keep it for a month afterwards, that's fine. Just in case someone just didn't have the right amount of money in their account at the time. Like they're doing bills and they didn't do something right and it's coming out of this account and it's supposed to come. I don't know what kind of families are paying for this system. That just seems more fair if it's not immediate. I still think it's dumb that you paid for your things, your games, to have all this stuff backed up, and just because you're not paying a yearly fee, it disappears forever. That's just me. I'm not gonna argue too hard on it. And yeah, so that's Nintendo Switch Online. That's my kind of rambled thoughts on it. And I guess you're all just thinking, if I say that, hey, at least cloud storage data is worth the price, and the voice app is actually pretty good. Is my biggest problem just that I have to pay? Yes and no. I say I had this all thought out, and now that I'm recording this video, I just can't figure out how to say it in a way that doesn't make me sound like an angry fangirl. But my biggest problem with Nintendo Online is twofold, and I'm going to say the one that makes more sense first. They didn't have to give us all these extra features for most of us to be willing to pay for Nintendo Online. And I know everyone's going to say, you just wanted to give them the money to do it and not expect anything back. Yes. This is my honest to God opinion. If Nintendo had come up and said out front that, hey, online servers are expensive, we want to give you quality gameplay, we don't want to have that many communication errors, we need you to pay $20 a year for an online subscription service for online so we can give you quality online. I would have paid $20 right then and there for that service. I wouldn't have complained about it. Okay, I might have complained a little bit just because I had to pay money, but I wouldn't be as upset with this service as I am now. Nintendo didn't have to justify having a subscription at a third of the price than their competitors if they gave us decent online. If they could have managed to do that, I think no one would complain. They just need to be honest, they need to be fair, and keep the trust that we have in them. That's all I would have needed for them to do. I don't ask that much for Nintendo. I ask that I have fun games to play on an enjoyable console that doesn't give me too many problems, and it's not as expensive as PS4 and Xbox. That's all I ask from them. Maybe some hype trailers, and Nintendo really doesn't have that much to do with Fire Emblem, so I ask specific things from the publisher, specific games. But as the company of Nintendo, I just ask that they make some goddamn sense. And what would have made sense was for them to just say, hey, $20 for a good online service, that's all we're gonna give you. Maybe they could include the little voice chat app, or actually I would have preferred if they just built voice chat and like enabling mics and headphones into the Switch itself. But that was all I needed, Nintendo. I didn't need all this gimmicky stuff. It's the gimmicks that made me upset with the service. And this goes into my second point. No one, as I said earlier, no one cares about the NES games when you have, it was rumored before this online NES system came out that you were going to do GameCube and Game Boy games for your virtual console. I'm not upset that the virtual console doesn't exist, because that means I don't have to pay for all those games. That's what it means. But if you're getting rid of that, and then you have an online service where you're providing games for free on a temporarily basis, as long as you're online, if you're offline for 7 days, you can't play the NES games. That's dumb. I just remember that. That's dumb. But then you have people who are begging, screaming for games like Path of Radiance to be re-released or remade, and then you're redoing and giving us Super Mario Brothers 3 for the nth time. That's what I have a problem with in this online service. They're not. Maybe it's just because I'm not getting what I want, and I'm mad about it, because it could be so good and I can get so much out of this, but I get nothing out of these NES games, and I'm upset because of that. And if that's what it is, I'll admit I'm being petty for this service. But my channel, my video, I can say what I want. I want GameCube games, and it makes more sense and would get more people willing to pay the $20. Honestly, if you gave us GameCube games, you could have us spending way more. If Path of Radiance was one of those 20 original games, I would pay so much more for this service. I'm willing, people are willing to pay $100 to get Path of Radiance right now, since it doesn't sell that well. So I don't understand why you wouldn't make a service. Actually, I'm still confused why they just don't have a GameCube Virtual Console where you could capitalize on just re-releasing a game you already made. You don't, what do you even need to do to get games on the internet that you've already made? It's not like you're reprinting them out on the disc. It's probably so much cheaper. Now I'm definitely rambling. But you have a system in which you can get people to pay you money to play games that came out 10 years ago and aren't as easily available, like Custom Robo, Mario Kart Double Dash. Heck, you could re-release Smash Brothers Melee, and people would go apeshit. I don't even know if I would like that more or less than Smash Bros. Ultimate. I'm being honest. Melee is my game. I'd probably like a remake, an HD remaster of that just as much, if not more, than Ultimate, if I'm being honest, because I don't care about half the characters in Ultimate. I just want my Melee characters back. I want all of them back. I want them looking good. Whatever. If you did that for your subscription service, you'd be good. No one would complain. But instead, you have SNES, voice chat, and these random special deals and online that's still as janky as before. Now, am I gonna sit here and tell you don't buy the online service? No, I'm not gonna sit here. Yeah, I guess I am sit here and tell you that. No, buy it if you want, do whatever you want with it. I'm not your mother. I'm not your wallet keeper, guide person. I don't know. You don't have to justify to me why you're getting, paying your own $20. No. Do whatever you want. But what I will tell you to possibly do is, instead of spending your $20 now, see if you have enough gold points, like the My Nintendo Gold points, and spend those instead. Because I had enough saved up where I could get more, but I wanted to do 3 months to see how everything goes before Smash Brothers. So use your 7 days free and check to see if you have enough gold points. Then I would use that. Because as of now, I don't know if Nintendo deserves our $20. And maybe making them sweat for a month or two. But everyone using their gold points instead of real money. I mean, you're already giving them money for their games. Why not just use the gold points that you've accumulated? You deserve it. You've done it. I know a lot of people do that for their GameStop membership, so why not do the same thing to Nintendo? It'll be interesting to see if enough people do that and Nintendo gets gypped on enough money, what could possibly get announced. And I am still holding out hope that Nintendo will announce GameCube and Game Boy. Maybe they're not gonna let Wii out. They're not gonna do that unless they're gonna pay for it. But I hold out hope. I just hope it doesn't take as long as it did on apparently the Wii U. And on that note, guys, I will end this garbled, jarbled, really confusing video on my opinions on why Nintendo's online system isn't worth it. And since I'm looking at all these stuff on the Direct, I may just make a video on my opinions on some of the games that are being released on the Switch or just coming out in general, because this is just reminding me how hyped I am for Civ 6. Though I'm just gonna give you a preview. If I can't do mods, it's not worth it. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching this crazy video. I hope you have a good night, day, time, or whatever. And this is Classy, signing off. Oh my god, it looks so good! I don't even like Civ 6 graphics and that looks good.